let's go into Thursday and talk about how we can connect with quantum healing. So bacteria and SIBO. This session also covers PANDAS. SIBO is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. When you eat lots of unhealthy, toxic, chemical-laden foods, mixing it with toxic dark alchemy from pharmaceuticals, it creates this major imbalance in the homeostasis of our bodies that are like this delicate little network. And if you disrupt part of it, everything gets imbalanced. And so when we go to the heart of PANDAS, and SIBO, and other types of bacterial infections that may or may not have been diagnosed, some of them are antibiotic resistant. And remember, they're putting EBV in there for you because they love you so much. The root of these is really creations, bioweapons from the pharmaceutical companies. They've created these to cause us to get disconnected from source in the higher realms. And so when I look into PANDAS, SIBO, the root of it is bacterial overgrowth or infections. And we work on that with this session. We work on restoring balance back to you. And I don't know if I could pull them up, but I've had some really fabulous reviews from this session, experiences from clients. Okay, this one says, if I can read it all, I felt today exactly what you said on your Q&A session, which was a podcast. When I asked about my GI issue, you zeroed in immediately on SIBO and saying, release this off me now. And you said it released. I've been feeling a strong urge that it had to be addressed ASAP, that it could not wait until my next session. Her last assessment suggested that she needed it. Words can't thank you enough for this release of a GI issue that was worsening daily. I felt I couldn't wait another month for the bacteria group session. This is from Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. And then this one is from Stephanie. She says, greetings, Raylene. Updating you that my finger issue is nearly completely resolved. Quantum healing is the best. Also, her puppy took the bacteria session last month for his paws smelling like corn chips. When I heard that this might be a sign of bacterial overgrowth, I had to sign him up. No more smelly paws and no more chips and salsa cravings for me. Please know the value you and your healing sessions are, and never forget and are forever grateful to be able to participate in them. Thanks, Stephanie. So thank you, Stephanie. So if your dogs have smelly paws, it could be bacteria too. Your puppies and your pets, when they get the pink staining around their eyes or even on their paws, that is also a sign of some bacterial, or it could even be fungal overgrowth. I do free assessments for your pets too. Next session is courting and attachments. Most clients in the session release thousands of these. I feel like we've been doing in the thousands. And so these are energetic connections that you get attached to anything. It could be a person, place, object, a noun, and it creates an energy opening for energy to be exchanged. Either, think of it as a straw and someone's sucking energy out of you, or maybe someone is putting energy in you that you're not aligned with and don't agree to. So this session is about releasing these. It also goes into unions. If you've been physically intimate with someone, guarantee, unless you have done some intense work on this, you are courted to them at a soul tie connection. And this might be why you keep looping back to the same toxic pattern in relationships or the same person. And you can't let them go even though you know they are not good for you. Because of cords and attachments, it's time to shed the extra weight. And many of us also, I keep finding many of these even on me. I find all of this on me, okay? It's not that I'm just some special immune person. I've had to go through every single thing I'm clearing on every person. I pretty much had to clear on myself or my own family. We've been through it all. I had Epstein-Barr. I had mold, toxicity in my body, Lyme, Bartonella, Babesia, mycoplasma, 20 incurable health issues. Not even surgeries or pharmaceuticals could quell. Yet here I am healed of all of them by dealing with the root causes. I've had to walk the journey. I've gone through it and I'm still going through it. But that gives me the experience and the wisdom to know how to navigate this. And I'm still learning new things every single day. Just a couple days ago, I was working on some spirit fracture repairs, and I had a client who said that she's had a history of major womb issues, that she has cancer right now in her reproductive system. And she was curious if there was a fracture, spirit level fracture at the root of it. And I do find spirit level fractures at the root of 100% of cancers. The root of the root is a spirit level fracture. If you really want to go to it, that's where we have to go. And it's an intense healing. For some clients, it takes 12 weeks. You probably don't even want to know how many hours it takes me to do these sessions that I pretty much am giving away. But I want to make it affordable. I want everyone to be able to get help. What I found on her in her womb wasn't a spirit fracture. It wasn't a shattering. It was a bruising. Spirit level bruising. That means that energy is stuck on her spirit and sticking with her lifetime after journey and timeline until she physically addresses it. And when I ask with muscle testing, and you can ask this, you can verify anything you want with muscle testing. Test me, like check it for yourself. Don't just believe it because I say it. I give you the tools to do it. That's why I encourage everyone to learn muscle testing. That's why I encourage everyone to learn how to build protective bioshields so you can block out unwanted energies and protect yourself so we can be empowered. So with muscle testing, you can ask, how many linear hours goes into the average one fracture repair. And some of my clients, we're working on 42 fractures in one session, 92 hours per one fracture healing. Anyways, we're talking about the bruising, and that was on her womb. And that is the root cause of why she has womb cancer, because some trauma happened, not that it fractured or shattered, but it bruised, and that imprint is still on her little womb. So we're going to let it go. Her body's ready to heal it. And we're working on alchemizing this energy together. It's beautiful. So this is how that energy can stick with us. And then next session, balancing hormones. We have been talking about root cause healing. What is the key to balancing your hormones? Is it taking drugs or supplements or, whatever you want to say that you're doing? Is it that? No, because why did it get imbalanced in the first place? We are working to go to the root. For most of us, it has to do with ancestral, miasms, inherited sickness energy. There might be connections we still have to lower timelines, pulling on our energy and disrupting the delicate balance of hormones in our body. We might have physical cords and attachments right now to people in our lives, draining our energy. Toxins, parasites, bioweapons. It could literally be anything. So this is the key to bringing your hormones back into balance at the root level, of course. If you are spraying yourself with toxic fragrance, eating all of these toxic non-food chemicals, and calling it food, it's going to be very difficult for your body to stay balanced. Just like if you have a diesel engine and you put unleaded fuel and you're like, well, I'm putting fuel in, it's not going to work the way it was meant to work. Or you put the wrong kind of antifreeze in. You need to use the right fuel, nourishment for your body, for life. Or are you living for death? Are you dying on what you're eating? Or are you choosing to thrive and choose fruits and foods of the earth that are thriving and aliving for your body? That is also a key to your hormone balancing. Another key to hormone balancing is stress. And where do we get stressed? Stress really originates. We can thank the pharmaceutical companies for embedding all of their products and their toxic frankenfoods with programs that are opening our stress pathways and of our stress hormones. So that is really part of the root cause here. But what are we doing to cause this? At the core, for you right now and with the path you're choosing, if you are living in betrayal of yourself, That is really where stress comes from, because we're not living in alignment. I'm forced to do something that is stressing me out, and I don't want to be doing it, and I don't feel good doing it, and it's draining my energy. Versus think about going to a spa date. Do you have any problem or breakdown going to the spa date? I don't. I'm like, yes, I'm going to the spa. I'm excited. I'm going for some self-care. This feels good to me. I love it. That's honoring ourselves. That's the path to breaking the stress path. We need to start rearranging our life and the matrix around us so that we feel alive and thriving and passionate with what we're choosing to do. Is your job draining you out? If that's a cause of stress. And stress causes hormone imbalances, and hormones regulate your entire system. Your sleep, your aging, your anxiety, the inner peace you have within yourself, how you feel, your skin, your immune system, all of it is interwoven into this delicate network of hormones in your body. So when we come back to center, come back to ourselves, come back into the state where we are no longer betraying ourselves, and we say, my body says I need to sleep in today, and you have created a life where you can sleep in. You get to honor your body, and it feels good. And what would have been a super stressful day, now you had the extra rest and support you needed. And when you're ready to emerge from your bed, maybe it's not even that day, you're going to feel better. Versus you had to go to this work that was draining you out, and now you feel completely depleted, and you're even more tired, and your body feels even more stressed. And now your hormones are more imbalanced. See how that cycle continues. So we start breaking out of the matrix. And we're going to talk about how to do that, because it's important, unless you love living in the casket of the comfort zone. So you can connect with the balancing hormone session on Thursday.